Hello, I'm Rubens, one of the CELTA tutors at Oxford TEFL, a Cambridge Assessment English authorized center in Barcelona, and I'm here to answer questions about the new unlimited 100% online CELTA course. Because Cambridge Assessment English has just authorized this version of the CELTA, you're probably curious and have some doubts, so I'll tell you everything you need to know in order to apply. A TEFL course is basically a foundation course where you learn the basics of teaching or consolidate what you've been learning through practice. It qualifies you to teach English to speakers of other languages anywhere in the world where you can work. It allows you to start working as an English teacher in private language schools and agencies, teaching adults, teens, young learners, or all of them. And you can even transfer the skills to situations where you teach one-to-one and online lessons. The CELTA is one of the most renowned TEFL qualifications around the world, and together with the Trinity Certiso, they are the only two initial qualifications that meet the standards of the British Council. Because of that, a lot of employers around the world favor one of these two qualifications. For you to have an idea, around 75% of the job offers require either the CELTA or the Trinity Certiso. The CELTA is a really practical and hands-on course. You learn by doing, by teaching lessons to actual students and then reflecting on your lessons with the help of your tutors and your fellow trainees. The CELTA Online is a unique opportunity and for a limited time only. Rather than having to go to a city that has an authorized Cambridge center and spending a whole month there, you can take the whole course from wherever you are. And more than that, as you'll be teaching using some of the most popular digital tools, you'll be even better prepared to teach lessons online, an area of the market that's growing and that has a lot of demand for teachers. In the CELTA 100% online, you study the same content as in the traditional face-to-face CELTA, so you won't miss out on any of the theoretical background. All the practical elements are also going to be there, including lessons to real students, feedback, and guided lesson planning. And you'll also take part in dynamic online input sessions with trainers that are qualified to train teachers and teach online. The requirements are really straightforward. You need to be 18 years old, demonstrate ability to cope with the demands of the course, both in terms of health and academic work, and have an advanced level of English. You don't need to have a degree, work experience, or be a native speaker of English. In fact, around 40% of the trainees at Oxford TEFL have different first languages. But you do need to demonstrate that you have achieved level C1.2 or C2 in the Common European Framework. The most crucial thing is to have a stable internet connection, because you'll be teaching and observing lessons online as well as joining in on the online input sessions. It's also important that you have a quiet and comfortable space where you can focus on the activities without being interrupted. The course doesn't require advanced skills or knowledge of technology. All of the tools you'll be using are actually part of most people's lives already. And in any case, the tutors will be there to guide you and help you so you can feel confident and comfortable with the technology. If you count the online input sessions, feedback and guided lesson planning, we're talking about 134 hours spread out in 4 weeks. This means that you'll be involved in training for around 6 hours a day, plus a couple of hours for self-study and background reading in order to achieve satisfactory results. On a typical day, you spend a couple of hours in input sessions, have some time with your tutors to discuss the lessons you're planning, and you also either teach or observe lessons. You'll be teaching 2 lessons a week. You will learn in different ways throughout the course. First, there are the input sessions, where you'll be interacting with other trainees from around the world and your trainers. This is the moment where you learn about different approaches, methodologies, techniques, and also resources. The trainers will be managing the online interaction, demonstrating the activities, creating group discussions, etc. Then we have the lesson support moments, in which you and your teaching practice group will have more individualized attention from your tutor, not only to plan lessons, but also to reflect on the lessons you've taught. Finally, there will be moments in which you'll be working on your own, planning your lessons, writing your assignments, and doing your research. Teaching practice is probably the most exciting part of the course because that's where you put into practice everything you've learned. You'll be divided into what we call TP groups, small groups of teachers who are responsible for lessons to learners of a certain level. Every day, you connect to the online classroom to either teach or observe the students. After the lessons, we all get together to talk about the lesson, what happened, what went well, and the tutor is there to give you feedback. Then, halfway through the course, you and your TP group will start teaching a different group of students at a different level, so you can develop your ability to teach a wider range of learners. Assessment in the CELTA is continuous. There's no final examination and you will receive feedback throughout the course. You'll be assessed on the 6 hours of lessons that you teach as part of teaching practice, as well as on the 4 written assignments you produce. The aspects that are taken into account for the overall evaluation include lesson planning, teaching skills, professionalism, and your own ability to reflect on your strengths and areas for improvement. It's a very comprehensive assessment, really, so you know exactly how much progress you're making in the course. This is one of the most interesting things about the CELTA. You'll be working together with people from all walks of life, different ages and professional backgrounds, native and non-native speakers of English. Some people will be there because they're trying to advance on their career and maybe teach abroad. Others are going through a complete career change. And this is one of the things that people remember more fondly about the CELTA, the people they meet along the way and the friends that they make. All the tutors at Oxford TEFL are Delta or Deep TESOL qualified. And that means that not only do they have a lot of experience teaching English, but they are also experienced with training and development of teachers. Oxford TEFL itself is a well-established teacher training center, helping teachers develop since 1998. Around 90% of the trainees who take the CELTA at Oxford TEFL manage to find positions within 4 weeks of finishing the course. And that number goes up to 95% for those who want to teach in Asia. And this happens because Oxford TEFL goes beyond the course itself. You have the opportunity to talk to a career advisor who will help you before, during, and after the course to ensure that you secure the position you want. There are a number of possibilities for that depending on what your objectives are. You can apply for work in language schools or agencies all around the world if you have a visa or work permit. You can teach adults and young learners and of course teach online. If you want to keep studying, you can consider specializing in one of those areas. Oxford TEFL offers lots of different teacher development courses that can help you with that as well. Yes, the course will help you with knowledge, skills, and techniques that will qualify you to teach both online and face-to-face lessons. You'll learn how to teach students of different ages and different levels, and even how to adapt lessons and activities according to the objective of your learners. Besides the career advisors that I've already mentioned, you join a network of over 3,000 Oxford TEFL graduates that are teaching all over the world. And you will also receive graduate discounts for other courses you take at Oxford TEFL. First, you need to apply via the Oxford TEFL website and complete the pre-interview task. Then, we're going to look at all your information and schedule an interview with you where you give us more detail on your background and your reasons for studying. And you also get some more information on the course itself. If your application is successful, we'll contact you so you can secure your position with a deposit or the full fee. And remember, the deadline for application is on the Wednesday before each course starts, so don't waste any time. When getting your TEFL qualification, it's really important that you go to an accredited center that is really committed to providing quality courses for teachers, like Oxford TEFL. Besides being a teacher training center since 1998 and having more than 3,000 graduates from renowned courses like CELTA, Trinity Cert TESOL, and Trinity Deep TESOL, Oxford TEFL gives you good value for money with career advice, expert tutors, and a vibrant community. And it's also one of the few centers that are offering the 100% online course. I think the next step is to apply, right? You can ask anyone who's taken the CELTA and they tell you that it's a lot of hard work, but really worth it. This is a great opportunity for you to advance in your career or start a new one. There's always a lot of demand for qualified English teachers around the world, but remember that the 100% online CELTA is a limited offer.